Have you ever wondered what goes into creating an episode of UH? How about being a fly on the wall as Jay and Beck brainstorm, banter, and offer a glimpse into their madness? Maybe crazy, personal, messy, but hey, it's how they get their shit done. So kick off your shoes, pour yourself a little drink of the day, grab that comfy throw blanket, and attempt to relax as you enter into the minds of the maniacs. Welcome to the writing sessions.
The Moonshine Messiahs, the Shotgun Saints, the Hillbilly Illuminati, the Trailer Park Prophets, the Redneck Revivalists, and the Dixie Disciples.
Hillbilly Illuminati.
This is Season 4, Episode 1, the Hillbilly Illuminati, the writing sessions.
I saw the light. I'm walking with Jesus today, my brother. Walking with Jesus, loving you and praying for you.
I don't know what it is, but like lately I've been watching, just biographies. And I watched one on Macho Man because I wanted to see where he came from. And then I watched one last night and finished it today on Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper, remember him?
Yep.
And at the end, he dies in his sleep, let's say on a Monday. Hulk Hogan gets a fucking voicemail like 3 days later from Roddy Piper, and he's saying, I gotta go back to it, but like, it's fucking crazy. And I went, if that's real, that is one of the craziest fucking things I've ever heard.
His spirit left him a voicemail.
Yeah. He must have kept it and fucking they play it on the biography.
They play the actual voicemail? Would it stop?
They play the actual voicemail. Let me get to it and I'll tell you, because I got the closed caption, I'll tell you what it says. But
okay.
It was fucking crazy, dude. I was like, what?
I love those
completely
types of
fucking
stories.
Nuts. Okay, he says,
I saw the light. I'm walking with Jesus today, my brother. Walking with Jesus, loving you and praying for you.
Disaster and I were like, that could be real. I don't know how it would get to him a couple days later, but why would you say, hey, dude, I'm walking with Jesus right now?
And that was probably, when did he die? In the 80s, 90s, 2000s?
No, he died 2015 at 61.
Oh, okay. Why would you fake that? What's the point of that? Other than the message. But what did he take that as?
Just said it really fucking spooked him out. He's like, I was just creeped out. It was like weird.
I would be like amazed by that. If you got a voicemail from me 3 days after I died saying, hey Jay, I'm walking with Jesus. Everything's good. I'm in the light.
Any kind of proof that, there is an afterlife and that there is like this wonderful person who came down and wanted to save us all and cared about us and shit like that, then that's fucking great. We were trying to think, is there any way that a voicemail would get to you 3 days later?
Yeah.
And I've never had that happen. I've never heard.
I've had text messages that didn't come through for a few days, but that's
like into the network and shit like that. Fucked up for your phone,
but there's tons of recordings of Constantine Raudove, who was leaving voicemails on an answer machine of this scientist inventor guy, and he was trying to help him invent technology to communicate with the dead. And he was like,
this is Constantine Raudove.
And they have this documented.
I'm as fine as a dead one can be.
I thought that was pretty amazing.
Telly Savalas, Kojak and Twilight Zone and all that.
Yeah.
He didn't have any money and he was driving somewhere. He had a shitty car or something. Something happened where like he needed gas or his car broke down or something. And this dude picked him up and fucking dropped him off I think he dropped him off at the gas station and gave him a couple of bucks to get his car going, get him to his destination. And then he asked the dude his address. So he, thinking he can someday pay it back or give thanks or whatever. And he fucking went to the house and it was like an older lady. And she's like, that's my husband. And he's been long dead. Because he described the dude and what he was driving. And she's like, yep, that's him.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, man.
That's what like I loved about this call is you can hear him.
Right.
Like people will say, oh, I fucking got a call, blah, blah, blah. But no, when they started playing it, I was like, holy shit, they have it?
Yeah.
He sounds exactly the same. Except when he says the first thing, like
Brother or
I forget
whatever.
what the first it's always brother.
Yeah, it was something
No.
brother. I'm in the light, brother, or something you said.
I'm in the light, brother. When he says that, it sounded a bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sounded like him just kind of happy because he was depressed and he had a really fucked up childhood. He was homeless and had to steal to eat and shit like that. He was depressed and all that. And I mean, the fact that he sounded happy it's just crazy to me. I love phone call shit. Like I saw one thing, this dude went to Texas or something and he fucking saw a UFO. And then he started getting these fucking calls from this very robotic sounding dude that was like, "Are you coming back to Texas?"
What the?
And it would repeat.
That's scary.
He'd be like, no, I'm in New York. And then you would just hear like beeping or something. And then, "Are you coming back to Texas?" And it would be like this voice. And it made me think, oh, that's probably what the Men in Black sound like. A lot of people who encountered them said they sounded robotic, didn't know how to speak properly.
Right.
Shit like that. And he kept getting all these fucking calls all the time.
Yeah.
And he saved them all and he played them. And they were fucking creepy, dude. Creepy shit.
Yeah, that to me is creepier than hearing from a ghost. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to pick one, would you?
That's creepy.
Yeah, that would be like, oh, fuck.
A ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
If a ghost called me, the very first thing I'd ask is, what's it like over there?
Yeah.
Is it peaceful? Is there a God? Is it nice? Should we be scared?
I asked all those questions when I saw her in my dream. I asked her all that, and she laughed. And she said, "It's not what you think, Beck. It's not what you think." What does that mean? Because I kept asking her, "Did you meet God?" I almost feel like it was real. It was a real visitation with her. And we met in like a place in between. Like I didn't go to heaven to meet her. And I wasn't in a dream because I was lucid. And I remember everything. I remember the whole thing. And we were in like a little town, a quaint kind of town. It was sunny. It was nice. It had trees. It was just normal. It was quaint. But there was nothing descript about it. It's weird. It was like there were people moving around, but I didn't see their faces or anything. I was focused on her, too, because I was like, oh, my God, I'm seeing my friend. Oh, my God. And I hugged her. It felt so real. I woke up thinking, oh, my God, I think I just had like a visitation. I asked her these questions, and she just kind of laughed and smiled at me. Like she couldn't answer that for me.
I have a theory about that. My theory is, let's say people's accounts of ghost interaction are real. Let's say they're real. I have a weird thought that like God, maybe there's a rule you can't answer that because it would cheapen life a bit. You know, if you asked a ghost and it was like, oh yeah, you're hanging out, you're going to the arcade, you can go see Jesus, you can
do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, everything's cool. Jesus accepts everybody, this and that, then people would just be killing themselves left and right.
That is true.
Oh, I gotta get out of here and
I never thought
go
of that.
to a better place because it's true. You've never heard like on the ghost shows, whenever they ask questions and shit, they never fucking say if there is for sure life after death or if there is a heaven or a Jesus or God. Just my thought that maybe God has to keep some things sacred, like a barrier.
If I walked into your office, what's the vibe I get? Like an 80s arcade vibe, or would I get like a man cave vibe?
There's just shit. No, I'm never one of those man.
Well, not like with sports shit or anything, but I'm saying like, what's your vibe?
Fun. Like I got my 2 arcades on the desk. I got a Yankee corner.
You got
and
lights.
Then I got an area I got lights up. I got my whiteboard. I got my Lou Reed poster up. I got my Andy Warhol poster up when they did shows. It's like, looks all, you know, how they did pop rock Andy Warhol and his Plastic Inevitable, Friday, May 27th. And then I got a poster of that dude, Vasilis Papakonstantinou.
Who the fuck is that?
That I stole. He looks like that dude in Fargo who smokes the cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
Robert.
Yeah, he's weird looking.
Peter Stormare.
Yeah, he's scary.
Peter Stormare. He looks exactly like Peter Stormare. He's got his eyes closed and he's holding his hand out. And let me see how many letters this is. His last name has 16 fucking letters.
Holy shit.
I saw this poster because we're in a Greek area, of course. This dude's like one of the most famous dudes in Greek. Like, we looked him up one day, and he's like the Michael Jackson of fucking Greece. They all know fucking Vasilis Papakonstantinou.
Wait, what? Say that again. Say it again.
Vasilis Papakonstantinou. Papakonstantinou. Yeah, he was here in 2012.
What does he do? He's a musician?
And, he's like a singer, dude.
Okay.
And we looked him up, and he sings all in Greek.
Is it good?
You know, it's kind of like a... Maybe he's like an... I mean, I don't even know, like a Neil Diamond type or something. He's just, you know... But I laughed when I saw the poster.
Right.
And I fucking had to steal it.
Hell yeah.
I had to steal it. Like, we used to have a picture of Tricky.
Is that a family member?
And we're like, no, that's Tricky. And now we have the Jesus twins up in our living room, who were on Howard Stern. They were the funniest. They were so pissed off and like disrespectful, but funny. And they constantly smoked cigarettes. So that like Howard would be coughing. He'd be like, dude, and they're like, shut up.
I need to look them up after the Jesus twins.
They have a fucking song called Feel My Ubiquity, which is something special. And that's hanging in our fucking living room. And when our fucking landlord came up, he was looking at the picture, and then he like stood up and like looked bewildered, and then didn't even bother asking. I do the dance.
Oh my god. Is this it, Jay?
Yeah.
Wait, how the fuck did you get a picture of these motherfuckers?
Well,
did you print it?
I printed it, put it in a frame, hung it up. Because I like these little things that throw people off. This is hanging in our living room.
Do you have it with the font on it or without the font?
I don't think it has the font on it.
It doesn't say the Jesus twins. Feel my ubiquity.
No.
Okay. I think if I walked in and saw that, first of all, I'd be like, is that his dad? From the 70s?
Well, you naturally think.
And is that because
yeah, like, it's a family member.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also they are kind of twinish. So it could be an art piece of your dad.
Yeah. I would love to know what he fucking thought when he saw that.
I'm surprised he didn't say anything. I would have said something.
The Jesus twins are going to get rid of the rap. They're going to get rid of the crap. You know what I mean?
Like, I wonder where these motherfuckers are now.
I know what happened to him.
Okay. Spill the tea.
So one of them went nuts. He was really manic and schizophrenic. He shaved his head at one point and went on Howard alone. One of them did. And he rebranded himself as Satan, and he just sat there like all evilly. So the schizophrenic one got killed. He tried to rob a bank with like a gun, and he got in a shootout with the police, got killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
There should be a movie on the Jesus twins, man. A documentary.
The other ones will still fucking do like acoustic recordings of him like recently, and he's terrible, of course.
Right.
Like just like that voice, however they do it. The other twin wrote a book, and there's this video of him receiving the book, like they just printed it, and he got like the first copy, and he starts crying because of his brother, and you feel kind of bad for him. They're totally so egotistical, but the one that survived, I think he has a long-time chick now. I think he has a kid. Very delusional.
I know, and the listeners know about the Jesus twins.
Watch me now! Whatever the fuck.
Do you think anyone in 8 billion people, you think someone else has that hanging in their living room?
Probably not, yeah.
It's rare.
I think so. I don't think there's anybody 8 billion people in the world, and there's nobody that has that.
Nobody in any other countries has that. Then if you narrow it down to America, there's no way.
Yeah,
that's a lottery ticket on your wall.
Yeah. Nobody has the Jesus twins on their wall. How many? Well, I bet you. Well, this is a different one. They're probably It's probably not true for Vasilis Papakonstantinou.
Oh yeah, because I bet you the
whatever his name
Greeks
is.
have him. The Greeks have
The
him.
Greeks have him up next to
Yeah.
Jesus, probably in their
Vasilis.
Yeah, there are these baffling things hanging around here. I have this picture up that I saved from my old joint, and this is one of the first pictures I put up. It looks like 1910 and shit. The dude looks like he's straight out of he looks like a shop order in Gangs of New York or something. It's the champion smoker of Fulton County. He was the champion smoker. And I don't even know this dude's name.
What's he look like, by the
But
way?
he's sitting there looking at me with a hoon sticking out of his face.
Wow. Where's Fulton County? Like Georgia? Or
I don't know,
is it
man.
because there's Fulton here too?
There's probably a main street in every city.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know how they repeat things?
Yeah, that's true. Fulton
But-
County. There's like a billion Springfields, yeah.
Yeah, so I got the champion smoker up. I got Jesus Twins up. I got Vasilis up.
And you're gonna have furries soon.
Oh, did you find them?
Yeah. It's all in Greek, but I typed it in.
Oh.
Oh my god. You should have went to his concert. I mean, listen to this shit. Hold on.
0. Didn't have Buffalo made those. John and what?
Oh, this must be his whole album, one of his albums. Listen to this. Wait, when did you get this poster? Because you said he's like 71?
He's 73.
73?
So
okay.
he's 62 there in that poster. I've had this poster forever, dude.
I just think you missed out on a great concert.
Yeah, it was in Queens College. I mean, I'm in Queens, and I fucking missed
You missed
Vasilis Papakonstantinou.
I mean, the beginning was really rocking. I felt like I was in an 80s movie.
I
in
didn't
the beginning.
expect that. See,
No.
the shit I watched didn't sound like fucking the Cobra soundtrack.
Right.
But if it sounds like the Cobra soundtrack, this is my guy, dude.
Oh my god, the Greeks, they listen to stuff I did not realize. I just would have never, ever went there. I was expecting some more traditional Greeky stuff when I was playing. Yeah.
Something kind of,
Yeah,
you know.
along those lines, yeah.
No, how many hits does that video have that you
Oh,
have?
that's the whole album. Let me look. 1.8 million. That's for the whole album. And that's just on YouTube.
Oh.
And it's just got a static picture very similar to your picture, but he's not pointing in it. He's got the same hair and face and shit on the side profile, and he's got a mic almost in his mouth. And
Is he with his eyes closed, like looking like he's, in a trance?
yes, he's got his
Yeah,
hand kind of
that's-
raised a little.
That's my Vasilis. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my music off. I was just listening to Vasilis Papakonstantinou.
Oh shit! You get fucking free falafel then.
Fucking my friend.
What's your favorite song?
Well, it's the one that goes,
You have like a museum of curiosities going on.
Yeah. And then I got a framed picture of what we do in the shadows. Like, there's a moment in the film where they're all posing for like a family photo with Peter the vampire in the middle, and that's hanging up too in a frame. You think we're going to inspire some new Vasilis fans?
I think so. I mean,
Jesus Twins fan.
once you see those pictures, you're hooked. And the name? Are you kidding me?
Do you realize that we've just exposed people to the weirdest fucking musical artists there are?
They have to open their genres a bit. You can only hear Taylor Swift so much. You really have to open it up.
You know what? I'm having a triple bill now. I'm going to open with Jesus Twins.
Uh-huh.
Then the middle act will be Linear with their one song that they can play like fucking 10 times in a row.
Right.
And then Vasilis.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll sell at Madison Square Garden, won't you think?
I think, if at the very least, the new roller skating place that opened in Liverpool,
Oh, yeah.
we're renting that out.
We'd have to give out the fucking tickets to that. Skate Fest.
Yeah, it's a
We'll do it from like noon to 8 or something with
Just-
like
yeah.
the multiple acts.
Totally.
So wait, People are going to be skating to Vasilis. They're going to be crashing into the fucking walls and everything.
No, it's a slow skate.
Oh, it's a slow skate.
Grab a partner, hold their hand, and slow skate. We're giving away free pizza, too.
They're going to... Yeah. We're giving away free pizza. We're going to have races and everything.
Yes.
If you race,
Yeah.
you get a free piece of pizza. You don't understand how pissed off I was, because they wouldn't say the prize beforehand. They would say, who wants to race?
Right.
And I did a race once, and I blew everybody away, and then they gave me a free fucking soft drink. I don't want the fucking soft drink.
I won once, and it was a game where you roller skate, almost like musical chairs. But when the music stopped, you had to get to a corner. And you'd had to get into the corner, and anyone like floating around in the middle, they had to leave the floor. And you know what? I won a soft pretzel.
That's fucking bad. Was it with cheese or no?
No. It was just, I had the salt on it. No cheese.
All right. Dude, I'll trade that.
Really? Because the soda would quench your thirst at least.
Well, then I guess we're sharing our prizes.
People would go flying by me backwards.
I can never do that.
It looked so smooth, like they were breakdancing almost.
Oh, yeah, they beat groove in. Every time I did that, I almost cracked my head open. I said,
I would never spin around backwards. I'd go down. I'd have to grab the wall.
You know what's fucked up about Sportsorama?
What?
The main floor was wood, right? So if you fell,
yep.
You know, it's a little bit cushiony, like not cushiony, but you know, remember the little kiddie section?
Concrete.
Off to the side? Concrete.
Yes, it didn't make sense at all. It didn't make sense at all.
At all.
What were they thinking? That's like putting a baby pool for adults and then a fucking 12-foot deep pool for little kids. Yeah.
I seen little kids smack their faces open on that shit.
Oh, I never went in there because I went right out to the main floor. Fuck that. Even if I sucked, I was on the main floor. I'd hold on to the wall and go.
Well, yeah. You'd have to do it that way. But they had this little, like, I'm not going to say table. It looked like one of those wood wheels.
That you hold on
whatever,
to?
But yeah, it was like you can sit on it and shit, but you can go under it. And when I had my little girlfriend at the time, we used to go under there and make out and shit.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
I had a little fucking chick that would meet me there. My mom they would take us kids every week. We'd go every week to Sportsorama. I think it was on a Tuesday or something.
What the hell did they, did they stay there with you guys, or did they just drop you and come back?
No, they'd stay there and they'd fucking, you know, skate around a little bit. And,
wow.
You know, and hang out and talk and go out and hoon. You know, and fucking come back in and give us. So there was this 80s looking chick. She looked like straight out of a fucking Poison video.
Yeah.
And she was my girlfriend there for a little while.
Ooh.
And we'd go to the kiddie section under that table and get it on a little bit with the little kids looking on.
Oh my God. How old were you?
Jeez.
12,
like
15?
12, something like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely not 15. It was definitely like
younger.
You know, my brother was still a little pipsqueak.
Wow,
So yeah, I was about
you were
11,
getting
12.
action at 12. Damn.
Yeah. Near the end of its time, I went to a couple raves there.
Oh shit, I didn't
know. When I first started
that.
going, I hit 18, 19. Yeah, that side room. And they had the stadium seating. It was like, you know, just a room with like a dance floor, little dance floor, and then carpeted steps.
Yep.
Like long. People would all just hang out up there. And this is really embarrassing, but I had no swag back then. And don't ask me why I did this. I wanted to sort of look cool when I went there and act like I'd been there before, like, you know, I'm a cool man. In Less Than Zero, the movie Less Than Zero, when Andrew McCarthy goes home to LA and it's Christmas time and he goes to this Christmas party, he walks in a certain way. Like he's looking around, he's like slowly walking through looking at shit, and he's got his hands on his hips and he's like looking around and shit, and then he like kind of straightens out his coat. I walked into that rave room, that second room, like that a couple of times. So every time I walked in that room, we were there for hours, I would walk in like Andrew McCarthy. I'd walk in slow looking around. I don't know why I did that.
Do you know how old we sound right now that you walked in like Andrew McCarthy?
In Less Than Zero. I told Disaster this. She goes,
Were people looking at you funny?
because the key is that I did it multiple times. Not
Okay.
just when I first got there.
Did they look at you funny?
So I'm sure there were people up on the fucking steps going,
Why does this dude keep walking in here looking like Andrew McCarthy from Less Than Zero?
this room wasn't that big. Like,
Right.
it'd be like walking into a convenience store doing that all the time.
Did anyone
Yeah.
approach you? Did you make any friends from this maneuver?
No, I went there alone, and I didn't meet anybody. I hung out, in the upper things, and some people had booze, so I somehow got a little cup of something, but I didn't like hang out with anybody really.
I can't believe
Nothing
you went
crazy.
alone and did an Andrew McCarthy at Sportsorama.
Well, because if I'd gone with my friends, they would have been like,
What the fuck are you doing,
Well,
dude?
yeah.
that's one of those things where, like, I can't remember much, but there'll be some nights I'm laying in bed and I'm like, why the fuck did I walk into that fucking rave like 8 times looking like Andrew McCarthy?
Wow.
I get embarrassed myself.
Those are
And I
like,
go, you got fucking
that
problems,
happens.
dude.
No, that happens.
So what if somebody's going to be listening going,
This is the dude that was doing that day?
What if there was chicks that were like,
Look at that dude. He's hot. He's styling. Look at him. Look at his poses. There's something just animalistic about him.
He's looking pretty fucking cool, dude.
Right?
Like, this dude looks like he belongs here. Like, he's done this before. But wait, this is how many, Sally, how many times is this?
This is number 6.
How many times have you seen it?
6 times.
So I counted 8.
Oh, 8.
He's done this 8 times.
Oh, yeah. I was in the bathroom for the first 2.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to tell all our friends to stay the hell away from this dude.
and I kind of thought when I was doing that, am I doing it too much?
8 times
not.
might be a little much.
It was literally every time I went back into the room.
Fucking
It was every time I left the room, like to go pee or something.
Oh
I'd come
my
back in
God.
like
I
that.
would be like,
What's up with this fucking weirdo?
hello? Oh, I hear you. Hello?
Blah, 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 blah.
Can you hear me?
All right, are they there now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, you're not there now. I don't see your lines at all.
I'm here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've been having weird supernatural things happening.
Like what?
I kept getting mosquito bites and shit, right? And bug bites. So I had this little container of this ointment I was using to try to heal those bites up because they can get infected. They're kind of weird. It's weird. And I used it every night after my shower. I'd apply it. And I'm a very organized chaos person like you. Like, I know where shit is. Like, it may be a little bit of a mess, but I know where it is. This ointment tub completely just disappeared. And I asked Kat, I said, have you seen that ointment? And she's like,
Well, did you check the bathroom drawer?
yeah.
Did you check the bedroom drawer?
I said, yeah. The usual places it would be. I can't find it. I don't know. So it was gone. Well, anyway, my earbud goes missing. One of my earbuds, which is normal. Like, if I'm listening to them in bed, sometimes they go under a pillow or in a blanket or something. But that one's gone. It's gone. And I asked Kat, if you find it in your blanket, just set it on the side of the table or something, near my bedside table. Gone for about, I'd say, a week. Ointment gone for like a little longer. And then one day I come in to the bedroom and sitting on the top of my mound of blankets in the center, like it's balanced, like almost like it's on the top of a mountain, is the ointment sitting.
Huh.
And I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. That's weird. I have to remember to ask Kat about that. Did she put that there? I asked her, Kat, did you find the ointment and put it on the bed? And she said,
No.
you're messing with me, right? And she's like,
No.
I was looking for that. She goes,
Yeah.
And I said, you didn't find it and put it there. And she's like,
No.
I said, okay. A couple days later, I come in and right on my pillow is my earbud just sitting perfectly dead center of my pillow. So I said to Kat, hey, Kat,
Yeah.
did you find my earbud or something and put it on my pillow? And she goes,
What? No.
you didn't find the ointment. You didn't find my earbud.
No.
That's fucking weird. Something happened in the living room. I don't know if someone knocked. I think my tires were being delivered, something. I went out from my office and the dogs were in here and Blue followed me out. I turned the corner to come back to the office to sit down. And my coffee mug that was on my desk is now sitting in between my office door, like before you walk in, like near the threshold. In front of that, Brisby peed. So there was pee. So I'm like, oh, great. And then it didn't sink in. Like, why is my coffee mug on the floor? Then it hit me. I'm like, how did my coffee mug go from my desk to Jason? Would you ever go out and just set your coffee mug on your floor?
No.
But it's all helpful because I looked at it like I lost those items, but then they appeared perfectly, like they were gifted to me. Like, here you go. Here's your ointment. Here's your ear pod. I looked at the coffee mug like, wow, you were warning me of the pee. Because they said it right there. Like, hey, it's like a flag. There's pee here. You don't want to step in it.
Like lightning and shit in the atmosphere sometimes can give them a charge.
I agree.
So maybe all the like storms and things like that, maybe there's more electromagnetic static in the atmosphere that they can feed off to do shit. I don't know. We got to put ghosts to fucking use, you know? Maybe we should have a ghost mafia. You know?
A ghost mafia this season?
I don't know. But wouldn't that be great to have a ghost mafia? You'd be able to tell them, like...
Oh, I like
they'd
this.
They'd be able to look out. Same thing as a mafia. You'd have some guard in the house. Well, let me know if there's any fucking intruders.
Is this something you just made that up?
Yeah.
Write down on a post-it, Ghost Mafia.
Ghost Mafia?
That's going to come in handy for something.
You know how like Beastmaster has, you know, a hawk can come down, like a hawk can fly overhead and see the terrain ahead if there's any monsters. And then if he gets captured, he has fucking ferrets that can go under the door and bring the key to unlock the fucking cell. Like we would have ghosts do shit like that. You'd be like... And that means like fucking give me the knife.
Our pet mafia of ghosts.
Yeah, they want to get in on the action, but you know, like Oompa Loompas, you have a little whistle for every kind of thing. But yeah, so I don't know about your situation, dude. I mean, you haven't seen anybody, you haven't heard any voices, and
no,
like you said, it might be helpful, like being just playful.
Yeah. Start us off, Jay. Start us off.
It's awfully quiet here, Beck. Hey, Large Marge.
Wait. We don't know her name, you said. She never said her name.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's awfully quiet in here, Beck.
Hey, what do they call her? Pale Weird Driver or something?
Hey, Pasty McGee. Is it okay if we crush a hoon in here?
Ghostly in the Bandit. Hey, Monster Mash.
Yes.
Yes? Are you talking to me?
It may leak now out, and then I don't. It's enough of a leak where I'm like, oh, do I really have to?
What?
I'm glad I did.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I'm saying I went to the bathroom now.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I just heard yes. It's enough of a leak. That's all I heard.
It's enough of a leak to be like, all right. I guess it was worth it.
Okay, I'm glad.
If you were going to fight a tarantula and there was a brown one, and then there was a brown one with a stripe on it, which one are you fighting?
Oh, the plain brown one.
Yeah.
The one with the stripes seems definitely more dangerous.
I don't do stripes, man.
It's like a stripe down the hood of your hot rod.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be more badass, right?
No! I ain't old like you! I ain't old!
Huey Lewis back then looked about 47, and he was probably 26.
Yeah, that's true.
All of Toto looked about fucking 45.
Yeah, Robert Palmer always looked like in his early 50s.
Yeah, that's when he died in his early 50s, heart attack.
Huey Lewis still alive?
Huey Lewis he's still alive.
But Bob Barker died like 3 times now.
He died before, apparently?
Yeah, he died apparently a couple times. This latest death was just this past year. But I swear that dude died before. I know I heard he died before. Didn't you?
I don't know about him, but there's people I'm like, I thought that dude died. And they're still going.
Right.
And I'm like, I swear you fucking died.
Right. There's people like that for sure. I agree. But I definitely thought Bob Barker had already died some years ago. I thought he had a stroke or something and died.
What if tomorrow you wake up and there's an interview with him and it's just a regular interview and he's still going?
We are in some kind of really fucked up reality. According to the internets, he died. He was 99 when he died. He didn't even make it to 100.
Oh.
But I thought he died in his like 70s. But that motherfucker looked 70 all the way when I was little. I mean,
yeah,
when
we were skipping school, playing 6, he looked 78.
He looked like my grandma's age. Yeah.
He probably was, though, dude. If he was 99 and we're going back 30 years, he'd be 69.
But he did look old still.
He did look old. No, I saw, like, you know, how they say 1923 to 2023. And I'm like, this dude was around when the Great Depression hit.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I wonder if Ed McMahon, is he alive?
I think he went a while ago, but let's take a look.
Okay.
Ed McMahon, who never did the...
we should do a game for our guests. Are they dead?
He died in 2009.
Is Diabetes still alive?
He was 86. Oh, Wilford Brimley?
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Funny last name, Brimley. Got a Dickens. Mr. Brimley. No, he died. He was 85. He died 3 years ago. You know Cocoon, the movie there?
Yeah.
He was just about our age in Cocoon.
No.
Yeah. We're going to figure it out. Let me see here.
No.
And then I'll write down, are they alive? All right, 34. So 1985. So he was 51 and fucking...
And he was playing this really old...
Yeah.
So we don't age like that unless we do and nobody's telling us. I don't feel like...
If there was a Cocoon movie and they said, you want to play the old dude? I'd go, no.
I don't look old enough.
No, I don't look old enough.
I cannot believe he was our age playing in Cocoon as a geriatric.
Yeah.
That just means we're geriatrics, Jay.
All right.
Oh, my God.
This geriatric's going to be having drinks tomorrow.
We're really close to AARP, man. We're getting really close to getting our little discounts.
I already get fucking emails.
I'm
like,
too.
How dare you?
I'm like, wait a minute. Do I qualify yet for this?
Yeah, exactly. Get into the movie for $4.
I want my complimentary cup of coffee from McDonald's.
Come in, I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Do they still have that shit go? My grandma used to take full advantage of that. She'd be like,
we're going to go get a cup of coffee for the senior citizens over at the... And then we're going to go to Denny's because they have a senior citizen special.
She used to love that.
I believe that to be true because when I was going to college, I was addicted to sandwiches when they first came out.
Yeah.
The breakfast ones with the sausage. And I used to go to the one on Butternut and pick up a couple. Sometimes me and would go there and just get like 2 each. It'd be filled with old people with cups of coffee.
Yes.
Just sitting there.
She used to use her senior citizen coffee on me for my hangovers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Back then it was probably 28 cents.
It probably was.
Can't get shit for $1 anymore.
No, not even gum. Gum's like almost $4 a pack. Everything's so
Remember
inflated.
small bags of chips would be like a
quarter. 25 cents.
Quarter. I got a fucking thing of Fritos and it was $2.29. Like a small bag.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's
fucking Doritos are almost $5 pretty much a bag now. But then I found out you can use those fuckers for kindling, and I was like, wait, something's not right with that. I didn't know they were that flammable.
What's that?
Doritos.
Oh, they're flammable?
People use them for starting campfires.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people spontaneously combust, because they had eaten a bag of fucking Doritos and something sparked. And
maybe
blew them up.
What was it that used to spark in the dark? What was it, Tic Tac or something? When you bit it, they said it would spark?
Really? I never heard that.
You never? No, maybe it was a Certs mint. They spark in the dark. You don't remember that? It was even in the commercials.
I used to love the fruity certs, dude. Oh, I fucking loved those.
I like the spearmint ones. Maybe it was a lifesaver. Lifesaver, spark in the dark. Triboluminescence. So when you bit it, it would spark blue.
Wow, the 80s were something special, weren't they? What a great time.
Great time.
You know what? We are all right.
Yeah, we got bioluminescence in us.
Dyes.
All the dyes.
All the dyes and all that colorful cereal.
Oh, yeah. Red number, whatever. We're not going to make it to Wilford Brimley age at all. We're all going to have
Diabetes.
Probably so strong it doesn't even register. It's just too powerful. Doctor's like,
something's going on, but I don't. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, that's what they all say. You're fine. You're fine.
See ya.
Join the Umbrellaholics podcast and take cover from life's seriousness. Because who needs a rain check when you can have a laughter check? Tune in now and let hilarity be your umbrella. Hashtag Umbrellaholics Anonymous. Umbrellaholics can be found on all podcast platforms. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X.
Today's been kind of an intestinal type of day for the boys in the house.
Uh-oh.
It's been a fucking murder scene, dude. It's been dastardly. I've deemed it another. Who the hell's calling me?
Oh.
Oh, it's you can tell that's Julio music for
Yep.
everybody listening. Yeah.
That'd be Julio, not Coolio.
Yeah, Julio. It's always so loud, my phone, too. It startles me.
It is
I
loud.
gotta keep it on silent once in a while. All right, you can stop. No, but I have another name for cheat day.
Okay.
And it's called Big Time Pig Time. Like, we're ordering a pizza.
Yeah.
And I go, do you want anything else on the side? She's like,
Do we want anything else?
and I go, disaster. It's Big Time Pig Time. She's like,
All right.
The food prices have gone up, the inflation, but the quality has gone down, and
way down.
the amount that you get has gone down, and the service is shit because no one wants to work. So you're not getting love put into the food anymore. So now you're getting plastic cheese on your pizza, and you're paying more. You're paying more money for your plastic cheese pizza. I mean, what is this coming to? There's no pride in anything anymore. Everything's like, how can we make the most money?
It's terrible. And then when you order something online, like through Seamless, all the prices are jacked up by a couple of bucks. And then when you get your stuff and you check out, taxes, delivery fee, and tip, which is another $10, and it's just like, fucking forget
And
it.
you know what else they do? We go to pick up our food. We don't get it delivered because we don't want to pay the delivery charge. So we'll just go put the order in, go pick it up. They want a tip when you pick it up. For what? Every single damn time I go in there.
Do you want to give us a tip?
Who am I tipping? I just spent $4 in gas to get here. So there's your tip, is my gas that I had to come to drive to get the food that I'm paying you inflated prices for. So who am I tipping exactly for my burnt ass pub chips?
Tipping's out of fucking control.
Out of control. You walk into a gas station, you get a couple snacks, and you've spent $30.
The prices are completely insane. So I guess our Big Time Pig Time is going to be making it at home.
We haven't seen you before. What are you riding?
We got us a 411 Posi Track Outback 750 double pumper Edelbrock intake, scored over 30 11-to-1 pop-up pistons, turbojet, 390 horsepower. We're talking some fucking boss.
Girls, my name is Bert. My name is Bert. My name is Bert.
Yeah, I have a real, like, Bert, like a dude named Bert. You know, that's how his voice would sound.
Bert. Is Bert the biker?
Well, I always think
so
of
funny.
Bert because my aunt used to babysit us, right?
Right.
And once we got a little bit older, because my parents would throw her money, and then once we got older, she wasn't babysitting us. She started babysitting this little girl, and her dad was Bert, and he would come in, and I'm like, this dude can kill all of us right now, and there's like 8 of us in the room. he looked like the ultimate. He won biker enforcer of the year. You know.
Well, when his name was Bert.
Anytime I hear Bert, I think of like, oh shit. If somebody said you're fighting Tyler or you're fighting Bert, I'm fighting Tyler, dude. I'm not going near fucking.
In my head, I'm going for Bert because it sounds so nerdy. Yeah, it sounds like Fred to me.
That's true.
Fred and Bert, I'm taking them on. I'm not taking on Tyler. He's probably athletic and jockey. He's gonna kick my ass.
What about Vinny? Are you gonna take on?
No,
Vinny?
I wouldn't take on a Vinny of any nature.
No, no Vinny.
I'll pass on the Vinny and I'll take the Bert.
Vinny or Rocco? Which one?
Probably Rocco. I still wouldn't fuck with Vinny.
Okay. Rocco or Tony?
Tony. I'm taking Tony.
Okay. Vinny's the ultimate name.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Vinny's not.
You don't fuck with Vinnies.
No, you don't. Some of them get chased down by the Department of Justice.
Right.
We tough guy or we tough girl?
I'm a tough girl.
Okay. Tough
girl.
All right, give me something here. This is
Get
her
slapped up and slap up motherfuckers. Kind of like you get. I'm trying to think of like kinky, not sex shit, but like, you know, that shit where they whip each other and like smack. Like that's what they would do. They wouldn't be like, you know what I mean? If you suddenly were bouncing around being lesbian with these chicks, they wouldn't be playing fucking L.B. Sure with a candle. You know what I mean?
Right. They're drinking beer and kicking ass.
Shrim Bridhi, Shrim Bridhi, Shrim Bridhi.
Like SCHREEM, and then it's like Brzee, like BRZEE.
And what does that mean?
You say them 108 times. Shreem is like the fucking Hindi god that brings you luck and stuff. It's like greeting her. And then Brzee is just like to bring you opportunities and fortune and stuff. It takes about 8 minutes. You watch the video and you do it with them.
Okay.
And after 8 minutes, it's done. You do it once a day. When I did the chant a couple of times, I found like fucking $50 in a puddle, and then that dude dropped his wallet at my front door. And I looked it up, and there are people like in classes that will do the Shreem Brzee. I know it sounds weird.
It does.
And one dude said, I had so many opportunities coming my way that I had to stop chanting it at one point.
Really?
He, like, teaches a class, and all his students, like, it's not just money, it's like opportunities. What kind of fortune do you want? And my intention is always open the door for us to be discovered.
Well, I hope Shreem Brzee works for you.
So do I.
Imagine you're alone.
Yeah.
And there's a very good sized spider, like the largest that can fit into your ear hole.
Yeah.
And they crunch down little and they creep in and they get down into your canal. And they're all warm and comfortable in there. What do you do right now? What would you do?
I'd probably stab my ear with a fucking pencil. And just make sure I get it. Everything's going, dude.
I'd stab my ear. No.
There's going to be blood, dude.
Fuck that. I'm pouring a liquid into the ear to push it out. Can you imagine if you're riding a motorcycle and you have goggles on, you're just riding along, you open your mouth for a second, take a breath, and this bug just hits, it goes right down into your lungs as you're doing like 55, 60 miles an hour.
I would go off a cliff to kill us both, dude. I'd go off a cliff to kill us both.
You're not making it out of any of these situations well at all, dude.
Like, there are just cliffs everywhere, by the way. The same thing as if, you know, there was a giant face crawler type of spider in the, like, on the wall.
Right.
I'm getting out the grenade launcher and I'm blowing the wall up.
When I lived down in St. Pete, Florida, a mutual friend of ours, she invited me over for dinner. And I was like, okay, cool. Her apartment was kind of fun. It was like a treehouse sort of apartment. And she got called for something and she had to leave. And she had driven me there, so I didn't have my car. So anyway, she says,
I have to run, but I'll be back. I have the DVD set of Twin Peaks if you want to entertain yourself.
I was never a big fan of that, but there was nothing to do, so I popped in the disc, and I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm looking up at her walls, and I'm looking at the art. I see this really weird-looking sculpture. It looked like granite, like a granite sculpture from, like, it had a look that was, like, South American. And I'm like, that's a weird-looking sculpture. I wonder what the hell that means. Is that, like, a Greek thing? It's like, and it kind of looked like a crab spider. Bigger than a softball, but smaller than a basketball. I'm watching Twin Peaks, and then I looked back up because I'm like, that is really fascinating, right? And I looked back up. I was like, oh, it looked like it was in a different area. And I'm like,
oh, God.
Oh, I thought it was under this thing here, but I guess whatever. Okay, look down. Start watching Twin Peaks. Look back up. It's in a different spot. This was unreal. This was one of those supernatural type of moments, like where you're like, what is this fucking thing? So I go into full out panic mode because now I realize this thing that I think is art is walking across the walls. And not only that, you can hear it. If you imagine a crab, like a red crab, and just bring it down a little bit. It was about that big.
Yeah.
Hanging out up on the wall. But it looked like granite. It looked like stone. Like it was carved. It was that color. It just looked like you would think that was stone, like a stone sculpture. Anyway, I go into full panic mode. And I run into her bathroom and I'm digging underneath looking for like Raid or some shit. And I could not find it.
Raid was going to kill this thing?
Jay, I didn't know what to fucking do, dude. I was panicking because I'm stuck in this treehouse little apartment with this thing I thought was artwork running around. And it's big. This is no joke. You're not killing this with a shoe. No. This thing looked like it had almost like it had muscles and a bone structure. It was so weird.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, to this day, I don't know what the fuck it is that I saw. So I found bleach. And I was like, yep. And I poured out something else, and I poured bleach straight into this fucking bottle. I didn't think about anything other than maybe bleach will kill this motherfucker. So I went out and started spraying at this thing. And I'm not even thinking about the fact that I'm spraying bleach across her apartment.
That's what I mean. It doesn't matter if you breathe it in or not or whatever. Gotta go full. It's like all's fair in love and war.
Right. But I'm bleaching her curtains. Like, I'm going nuts,
That's
dude.
her problem. Why'd you bleach my fucking curtains? Well, that's your problem.
This thing fell, hit the floor. You heard it.
Jesus.
And then, it landed on that floor. You heard it scurry. And I was in panic mode. I jumped up in the couch. It ran into the kitchen and then went off near the stove. Oh my God, where'd it go? And I went out to the kitchen and I was looking, and it must have been behind the stove or something. I wasn't going to move the stove. So when she got home, I was like, dude, you have a problem. And she's like,
what?
I go, that art piece that you had hanging on the wall?
What?
I said, that stone art piece?
What are you talking about?
I said, I saw something I thought was art on your wall, and it was some creature, and it's behind your stove. It's your problem. You have to bring me home.
It's like I told Disastra. I don't mind the winters here or late fall or, late winter because there's not as many people out, one, but the troublemakers and the good citizens of our society, it's too cold to go out and cause havoc. So I always weirdly feel a bit more safe. I know that there's not going to be fucking bugs fucking around.
I'm with you.
They die. When it's full fucking hot all the time, they're fucking at night. They're having parties and having orgies,
and they're growing bigger and stronger. I have not killed a spider. I am one with the spiders. I have had a very good run since last season. And you told me not
killed any.
Yeah, you told me not to kill the one that ran across the last one I killed ran across the desk at me. So I had to get it. But if he didn't, I would have left him. And then I said I wouldn't kill anymore. And I haven't. I'll kill fucking mosquitoes, though, and I'll kill flies. They're pretty brainless.
Little gnats, I'll
Even a beetle. So there was a girl on TikTok that thought she invented the home telephone that like we used to have that was corded. She was like,
I have an invention.
And she starts explaining her story. And she says,
I was babysitting.
She's maybe like 19 or 20.
And then I had to call the boy Noah and say, where's your sister? And then I had to call the sister. And I thought, wouldn't it just be more convenient if they had a phone that you could connect like in the house somewhere central, but it was corded so nobody could take it and it wouldn't go missing? It would be like corded. If you know anyone that can make this invention, get a hold of me.
Yeah, I've seen these kids now try and work a VCR, try and work a rotary telephone.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what to do.
No, I've seen them try. They can't even work an old regular can opener. They're like,
what is this?
Well, then I guess if there's an apocalypse, we just need to go where the hipsters are. They'll all be dead from starvation, and we'll just take their cans.
oh, they're going to be done. And, you know, the scariest thing is, this is the biggest one that gets me.
I can't speak cursive.
Yes, they say that. I've heard several of them say that. And I'm not talking like, we're talking 19, 20, 21, 24.
I can't speak cursive. I can't read it and speak it.
It's not a language, douchebag. It's English language. It's not Greek or Hebrew or Latin.
I guess if there's a world war, whoever we're going to war with should just write their shit in cursive.
You just gave all the countries around the world that want to invade us that are listening to us right now the answer.
Just keep your secrets in cursive, and you can correspond, and nobody will know. Yeah. If Alan Turing was a millennial making the machine to break the German code and it was cursive, his computer would explode. He wouldn't know what to do.
Well, he could always use the wired phone that was invented by the 19-year-old.
Yeah, the wired phone.
And it needs to have a wire so it can't be moved, like wired to the wall or something. I don't know how to invent that.
Alexander Graham Bell took care of that 100 years ago, sweetheart. When he was listening to music that went fucking... In the 80s movie we were watching, which you should just even look at the trailer, whoever's like listening to this. It's called Avenging Angel, and it's this chick who was a former prostitute, and her cop buddy that saved her on the streets gets blown away. And one of the main kingpins, dude, is Frank Doubleday, who played Romero. Remember we had Romero in our Halloween episode? He's in it. And I went, oh shit, that's Frank Doubleday. He died a couple years ago at age 72, something, cancer or something. So yeah, she gathers a bunch of people and they try and fucking get this gang. And there's a dude named Johnny Glitters, and he just throws glitter around. It's really crazy. But anyway, they're Johnny Glitters, and when he does the glitter, it does a gling. And I go, that's something like we would watch.
Yeah, it's like Johnny Cocktails.
It's like Johnny Cocktails. But yeah, they were in the police station or something, and they showed the clock. And I go, disaster, the kids wouldn't know how to read that now. She goes, nope, they wouldn't know how to read that. As loud as when you pop the wrapping paper bubbles, but like snappier.
Snappier, much snappier.
Yeah, much higher pitched.
That one went to see it's Akashic Records, Jay.
They don't feel a thing. It's too fast for their little brains to go, oh, something's wrong.
I've never seen a spider in the tray. They've never been in the
They
tray.
have 8 eyes. They can see 8 different ways how these dumbasses are going in and exploding themselves.
They do hang out by there because sometimes they explode with such ferocity off of the light that they'll fling forward their carcass that's fried, and it'll land on my Chef Boyardee. I had a statue when you walk in the house. He's against the corner. Actually, he's under the light now. He has a tray that can hold something, like a butler. And he looks like the guy, the Chef Boyardee on ravioli. So we call him Chef Boyardee. For seasons, I'll put like a Christmas tree in his hand. Well, now he gets dead mosquitoes during the summer that just fling off the light and land in the tree.
You should draw some circles on there and place bets with Cat. Skeeter Cornhole.
Bingo!
We got to name the guy. We already have Big Tony, so who's calling the numbers? It's a different guy. He's got to be like a slurrer.
This is Schlamson, Frank.
Did you say Slamson?
Yeah.
Schlammy?
Hey, welcome to Bingo or Schlamson Vanky.
Okay. Slamson Vanky.
SCHL, so it's Schlam.
Okay. SCHL Amson. Okay.
This is Schlamson Vanky.
This is...
Yeah. Settle down, everyone. We should find his heart. And we're going to get going. Okay? Here we go.
Wait, what did you... What did you say before we're gonna get going?
No, there's gonna be areas where you don't understand.
Okay. Settle down, everyone. I'm Schlamson Vanky.
And then get out your capers and chips and 40. And it's gonna be okay. All right.
Officers are on scene.
One time, he slept at my house, where we used to hang out. That first house, you know, I had that one room with all the neon and the couch and shit. And he slept over, and we snuck out of the window, did a bomb outside, and this is at like 3 in the morning, kind of like 20 feet away on the road, and nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, it goes off. We go out, we put another one out there, and we get back in our bed. And as soon as it fucking went off, about 10 seconds later, you see cop lights. And you know how they have on the side near their mirror, like you can flick the switch and it's like the searchlight?
Yeah.
You see that going in my room, dude, like on the walls. And I jump in, like we're already in bed, but we got under the covers. And you hear in the distance my dad go,
"If they come to the door, you're dealing with them."
Oh,
that's about the closest I ever came to getting caught. Well, besides almost blowing up the dog.
Those searchlights are scary.
Yeah.
I was running and jumping over gravestones with those searchlights on us when we were up in the cemetery.
Really?
The cops came in and they had the searchlights going through the cemetery, and they were searching for everybody in the party because they were arresting people because we were drinking.
Did you have to hide behind?
Yes.
You have to hide behind like fucking gravestones
Yes.
and shit?
And when you're
going,
running
"Holy
in the
fuck."
dark, you just see the lights going through in front of you in the woods and shit because they're behind you. All these people are scattering. And I just saw lights just on the cars as they're rolling slowly, and I see those bright powered lights. Dude, I smashed my knees up so bad. My shins trying to get over some of those stones were tall. It was dark, and I was running as fast as I could. I fell. I hid behind a big one because I had knocked my knees out, basically. And once I saw it pan off, I kept running towards the forest wood line. And then when I got in the wood line, everyone was like yelling for each other, like, "Bob!
Cheryl, where are you?"
You know, and then I'm like, "Have you guys seen?" Came across a group of people I didn't know. They're like,
"Who?
Chick with a leather jacket."
No, haven't seen.
So I ended up going to the car waiting, hoping that she made it out. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't want to go to jail. I would have been in so much trouble. So much trouble."
You know, even Disaster says this, because she used to love when I watched the Yankees, because she would go right to sleep. She'd catch a nap. Well, if you have the ball, like especially baseball, it has to be baseball.
In the
'Cause
background.
football's all, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. And 3-2 pick. Yeah, it's a no. Yeah, because my uncle would always, he'd have the Yankee game on and be asleep every fucking time. And that's why.
Next pitch, and there you go.
And golf
It's
was like
so
that
calm.
too.
Oh, golf is like that too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's heading it over the sand dune. It's an eagle. He's got an eagle.
This is actually like
I get the best comforting sleep when it's on.
I don't blame her. My brother, my cousin, my uncle used to sit and watch golf, and I'd go, "Are you fucking serious right now? I'd rather watch paint dry."
Well, it's either that or bass fishing.
those three are the sleepers.
Well, Bob Ross too.
Bob Ross is the ultimate.
Sleeping.
We're gonna put a little happy tree right here.
He was very ASMR. He was probably the OG ASMR. Yeah.
He's the first. The little trees. Everything's good. I remember we were throwing an art party, and I was doing the room. People would bring their short movies, and we have like a mini festival. And when I was setting up the projector, I put Bob Ross on just to keep it quiet and be able to see the image and focus and all that. Next thing you know, there's like fucking 8 people, and they're all lounging on couches just watching it. Just fucking like half asleep watching Bob Ross. And I'm like, damn, this dude's fucking got magic.
Well, yeah.
There was a serial killer on one of the dating games, and she picked him. Which one was it? It was this fucking crazy serial killer dating game. Yeah, here he is. Rodney Alcala was ultimately convicted of 7 murders, but may have committed over 100. Appeared on a dating game alongside Cheryl Bradshaw. Anna Kendrick, which is another actor that is getting to direct. She made a movie called Woman of the Hour about the dating game, and that's all I knew about it. But this is supposed to be about what we're talking about.
Based on
serial
that?
Killer.
So that was a real thing
I
then?
fucking guess so. It was a real thing, yeah. The dating game serial killer. Yeah, it focuses on his appearance in plain sight in a 1970 episode of the dating game, which wound up choosing to go on a date with him, not knowing that this was in the middle of his murderous spree.
So let's put the cult member in there, because I don't want to know.
Dude.
Are you talking to me or the cat?
No, I'm talking to he fucking yelled, and I'm like, he makes me nervous, dude. He makes me fucking nervous.
Why does he
Paranoid.
yell
It's
like that?
I'm trying to open it. He just fucking it's like Marlon Brando said, I live in my cat's house. That's what it fucking is. He runs the place. But I love him, dude. I told him I loved him last night.
Okay.
I got him high.
And what
gave him a comb out, and I said, I love you, bro.
Wow, you got him high, huh?
He passes out. He eats, and then eats all the catnip.
Yeah.
Sits on the chair for about 5 minutes. Then I hear him go down on the floor, and then I comb him out, play music for him, and then he's out cold. Nuclear bombs are coming. He wouldn't even wake up. But, so yeah, I told him yesterday I loved him. I said, I love you, you little fuck face.
Hey, buddy, did you just see a real bright light? You ain't had any real moonshine until you've had cold field thunder.
Spin your partner round and round, promenade, circle left, down my right, swing, weave the ring, box, net. For everybody listening, this is the period where we're both extremely fucking shattered right now. I saw one that I want. It's really bad. It looks like a 70s thing.
Like your scooter?
Razor Rambler 16.
Does it have the bigger tires or something, or is it just faster?
Well, you'll see it if you look it up. It looks so cool. It looks something out of the 70s.
Okay. Does it have better specs than yours?
This is kind of like a mini bike.
Oh, it's a bike. It's not a scooter.
Yeah. No.
Razor. Well, hold on. Now I need to look this up because, man, I'm interested.
Razor Rambler 16.
Razor.
This is what I want.
Rambler 16. That's tiny little fucking.
Well, I've seen adults ride it. And
I see fine. A big dude on it. That's why that's hilarious. He looks like he's like 225 pounds and he's 60 years old. Is it an e-bike or is it a little moped?
Yeah. Oh, you can charge it.
I see.
Plug it in and charge it.
Why would you want the mini one? Why wouldn't you want a full-size one? They have them full-size that look just like that.
Because I want to put on some Easy Rider sunglasses and look cool.
But it's so tiny. You look like a giant dude on a midget bike. Would you rather be eaten and killed by a bear or a shark?
I'll go. Oh, geez, they're both like I'll go with shark, man.
I'm going with shark.
You'll drown. He'll crush all the air out of you.
Yep.
And then it's just all liquid and you're done quicker.
I'm totally with you
You'll
on
be like
that
Leo
one.
DiCaprio. Yeah, I'll be scratching your fucking, and your scalp is hanging off, and you're going, oh shit.
Or
And,
they fucking have a tendency to like bury you and come back while you're alive and keep eating you in pieces.
Yeah.
They don't want to do the kill because they like the fresh meat. Chew on a leg.
Did you ever see that Grizzly Man one? Remember that back in the day?
Yes. And I heard one about the 2 Russian ladies. Did you ever hear that one?
No.
These 2 Russian ladies were out tapping maple syrup trees or birch trees or some shit.
Oh, no. And they turn around and there it is.
Well, they had, one was deaf and the other one was just normal. And the non-deaf lady had a dog, a little dog. Thank God. The dog started barking at something and then it started like basically trying to fight this bear off. And it got through and it charged right towards her. Picked her up by her head with his mouth and fucking slammed her down on the ground. I want to say bit her face, then went and bit her leg off, and then started dragging her off to the woods.
No.
The dog was trying to distract the bear, but it wasn't working. And so the dog had ran over to the deaf lady and was like kind of dancing around her like, hey, 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 even though she didn't hear him. She saw him. She turned and looked and saw the bear. She saw her friend on the ground. So she ran after the bear with a stick or some shit. And the lady on the ground didn't want her friend to get eaten by the bear. She figured, I'm fucked. I might as well just take the hit. So she started screaming at the bear like,
you get me, you get me.
Yeah. So the bear gets a hold of her by her head again and drags her off into the woods. Well, then the lady runs to the car and goes and gets help. The police and like rangers and people, they come back with guns and they start searching the forest area. She brought them to the trees where they were tapping and the little dog was there and it was like,
follow me.
So they followed the dog and they found this dirt mound and they were like,
what the hell's that?
And they started uncovering it and she was alive in there, man. She was all fucked up though. It was coming back for her. Her face was hanging off, half her neck.
When we were at Disastrous Parents' cabin and we went up that fucking weird trail.
Yeah.
Remember that winding tunnel-like trail?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a bear there or something? Somebody saw a bear?
I don't know if that was it, but I know our dumb asses went out at night. Do you remember this? And we had glow sticks. You had a bunch of glow sticks. And we went out and it was pitch black and we started walking down the road. I have no idea where we were going. Yeah. And we started hearing cracking, big cracking around us, like a bear. And then you freaked out and you were like, oh my God, there's probably bears out here right now. And it's, and then you started throwing glow sticks so we could see our way back. Do you remember this?
No.
We had to follow a trail of your glow sticks to see our way back to the cabin. We didn't get very far, but we got far enough to where if a bear came out, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think anything. Like, you don't think about this shit when you're younger.
You don't think about it.
Until you see horrific stories like Grizzly Man and The Revenant. Oh, I didn't know they eat you in pieces.
You're just like a gummy worm, like a gummy... those gummy dudes you can buy.
Yeah.
And they just rip off the arm. You don't need your, your peen anymore.
Right.
That's
you don't
going
need your
away.
peen.
You don't need your boils.
Nope.
Now, see, the shark wins 100%. It'll be like, goosh.
Right.
And that's it.
What about a bear versus an alligator? Doesn't he roll you around and play games? They play games too. I mean, they do drown you.
By him or eaten, just bitten by him.
I think he's gonna fuck with you and play with you, like roll you around under the water so you can't breathe, and then you'll come up, then he'll roll you around again as he has a hold.
And then I'll come up and go, and then go back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one are you picking?
I feel like the fucking crocodile or whatever, if it's got my arm, at a certain point, I'm like, well, it was nice having you, arm, but I try and I don't know. I'm hoping it bites my arm and I can just rip my arm off, come home and get a claw.
Right, right. I feel like with possibly with an alligator crocodile that there's a little bit of a chance.
Little bit of a chance. They can't sit on top of you and fucking bite your head off.
Although they have they're dinosaurs with like 1 million pound pressure fucking jaws that lock down.
It's like 2 yardsticks, like trying to fucking bite you, get you.
2 yardsticks.
They lunge at you.
Holy fuck, man, that's a torso.
They're getting your arm or your leg, dude.
Easy.
You can rip it off when they fucking start biting it and it's hanging. You can pull it off.
Yeah, but you'd have to tourniquet yourself so that you didn't bleed out before you got to the shore.
That's true.
Oh my god, there are some serious predators. I would have been swamp meat. I don't know. Those fuckers are fast too. I don't know, a giant lizard or a giant bear.
Deal with that. We don't have to. See, I know New York State, whatever.
Right.
But we don't have to deal with anything like that, like a shark, alligator, pythons, or fucking whatever. None of that. We just gotta deal with bugs and shit.
Yeah, some bugs, some rats, some pigeons.
Some rats.
Some
pigeons, yeah.
That was just.
That's why I was always terrified at the disastrous parents, because they would all go to sleep. And I'd be in the back fucking room, which was an add-on room, so you can hear shit outside.
Oh.
And you would hear like. I'd be like, fuck, what the fuck? What if it fucking smashed? And I would sit there and get freaked out, like, what if it smashes through the window? And I'm looking around the room like, what do I grab to try and stop it? The parents aren't gonna fucking help. They're gonna get in my way.
And they don't have any shotguns in the cabin.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like.
They've had bears attack their fucking trash before and shit. There was a bear outside, I believe. Looking out the window, it was there, walking around.
They're in the fucking mountains. That's why I don't like mountains. Put me near a lake, I'm okay.
A lake view that doesn't have roaming cougars and shit like fucking LA.
Yeah, like a nice
hiking in LA, dude.
No.
You get fucking eaten by.
Or you get bit by like a rattler, because they have tons of snakes out west. So they have all sorts of fucking scary, poisonous snakes.
Go to take a piss off the trail, and next thing you know, within a split second, you've stepped on something and it's bitten you now.
See, I don't understand how people on the West Coast are like, I could never live over on the East Coast. It's just too much snow. And I'm thinking, I'll take the snow. Everything has to die or hibernate.
Everything has to die.
The bears hibernate in the winter. They don't come out. They're down for months.
You can go skiing, go hiking. No problem. No problem.
Except
what are you going to do if you want to go hiking there? You're going to get bitten, okay? Sorry.
Yeah, you're going to have a cougar jump down on you like you're a little toy mouse and just start mauling you.
You think you're getting away from that thing? No fucking way.
No. When I went hiking in Oregon, I had to bring my pepper mace with me because in case a cougar jumped out at us, I'd have to spray it.
That'd be pretty effective.
What is Shauna dancing?
My pop group I was in, that failed miserably. Thanks very much for bringing that up.
If you were going to go see Bowie, you're going to see, like, legend among legends. You know, that's just going to be up there for all time.
Ricky Gervais looked like him kind of when he was younger.
Yeah.
He had that look. Shorter version, obviously. But
did you like his one? He did one song in the 80s. It's not a bad song.
No? I don't think I've heard the song. No, I've only seen the picture
from it. You
gotta
just hear 2 seconds of it.
What's it called?
It's fucking pretty good. That's not bad, right?
It's not bad. The video was done well. I mean, it looks totally 80s, and he looks the part.
It looks like he came out of Human League or something.
Mixed with Bowie.
Yeah, mixed with
Totally influenced by Bowie.
That song was in our head for a while, and I'd be walking around the house going, our brains just go and we fall apart.
Right.
Like it was always fall apart, something stupid, you know.
Bitter Heart. Siona dancing.
Bitter Heart.
That the name of their band. Maybe that was the problem. That's a horrible band name.
Yeah, that's it.
If they would have changed their name, they would have got in. That's it.
If they'd stolen Erasure beforehand, it would have fucking worked.
Anything actually probably would have worked better.
A new wavy name, you know, New Order.
That could have been a name of the song.
I think you're right.
But not the band name.
I think you're right about that. they had a fucking name like Neon City.
That would have even worked.
Anything.
Yes, better than this.
Neonotopia.
Yeah.
Some shit. Siona dancing. I would have been like,
Ricky, you fucked yourself with the name, bro.
You fucked yourself with the name. With it all fell apart.
You would have been.
When we picked this name, we're doomed to have a broken heart.
Hawks. Oh my God. Hawks. Total.
No.
Oh my God.
I'd say I'm decent at darts, but the thing I'm a monster at is foosball. I can fuck a lot of people up in foosball.
Are you a spinner, though?
No, I'm not a spinner.
Okay.
We started out spinning.
Yeah.
I had a couple of them. Little used to spin still, but no.
Spinning's kind of cheating.
Actually, it's cheating, but you can't have it on your foot and go, like, quickly just...
Unless you're lucky and you get that perfect slam.
I was mostly defense because I was great at offense, but it's hard to be good at offense when you're playing defense, and I was good at both of those. So there was nothing better to me than when little would spin it at the far end of the table, and the ball would come like a rocket, and it just bounces off my fucking goalie. I blocked that shit. we would all just start laughing, dude. I had a championship belt that we made with glitter and fucking glue. We bought a weightlifter's belt and then made in glue, like world champion.
Why did I not know this about you? That you had a world championship glitter belt made for foosball as the reigning champion.
Yeah. And if you won, you take it home that night.
All right, so it was
there'd be many nights where I'd call people up and be like, they'd get home and I'd know they just got home, and I'd go, "Don't you even fucking think you're bringing that tomorrow? You come tomorrow." You know, we get pissed.
Who had the belt the most? You think you?
I did. Yeah.
That's great that you guys had a belt and everything, man. That's pretty good.
It was pretty fucking serious for a while. We were betting on it and shit, and you know, it got very degenerate, but loved it. Yeah. By the way, there was a couple of days where I was farting like crazy. I recorded them.
That was real?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This is the other one of them.
Okay, so you want your scrambled eggs, whole wheat toast, and sausage? Oops, stop!
She'll be like, "Go to the doctor." Go in the bathroom. I go, "I'm not going in the bathroom."
Well, Maniacs, there you have it. This concludes the writing sessions.